Tansikia Sadhguru, Wahpahnahtuk ntsigasun, asani watsitsikutinia, nianansat natatapunan, egwan, utsipuel, nehiao, egwa maitiinu nia. Hi Sadhguru, my name is Watson Whitford, and my Cree name is Wahpahnahtuk, which means morning star. I'm from the Rocky Boy Reservation in Montana, and I'm 15 years old, and I'm Chippewa Cree and Navajo. I heard that you're on a journey visiting Native Nations landmarks. You're very lucky to travel across Turtle Island and visit these sacred sites. I hope you get something good from your travels to take back to your people and your land. I enjoy harvesting traditional herbs, roots, and plants to be used in ceremonies and for ourselves. These herbs, roots, and plants are a medicine that we use for our bodies, minds, and spirits. I also attend ceremonies, and ceremonies are important to me as an indigenous youth and are very important to our people. I visit elders on my reservation and ask them about traditional teachings and songs. What advice would you have to encourage indigenous people to identify with their language, ceremonies, traditions, and heritage? Kitutami and Sadhguru, thank you.
Namaskaram, morning star. Well, I'm not adventuring into pronouncing your name in Navajo language, but it's really fantastic to hear you speak fluently in your native language, because this is very important. The Native American people, largely being a oral tradition, that is only by speech, it is transmitted from generation to generation. It's extremely important that your people keep the language. Without the language, the culture, the spiritual process, the profoundness of experience and millennia of human experience on the planet will be lost. I must congratulate you that a 15-year-old morning star, huh? Wonderful that you're keeping the language. And what we should do or what we can do to see that the youth in your communities keep the language, one important thing is, in trying to keep the tradition, we should not get trapped in it. We must understand this. Every culture in the world, no matter which culture, all cultures are evolving. That is the way they live long. Evolution must happen. In trying to preserve the culture, we will suffocate the culture. So it's important young people like you, youth from your community, should go to regular schools, should learn the ways of mainstream America and the rest of the world. At the same time, you must retain your language and your culture. For this, I would suggest that you can discuss with your elders in your community. There must be at least 2 months in a year, like summer schools, where important aspects of your culture, fundamentally language, other skills that traditionally your people had, and some of the rituals which are open to the youth, or some of the spiritual practices or philosophies which exist in your culture must be taught to them every year, at least for 2 months. Even if it's a summer school, this must happen. And at homes, the language must be spoken. Just because it's convenient to speak English, you should not start speaking English at home. There's enough English outside in the society. At home, you must speak your language. This is something that every home should do. I would say a young man like you who is speaking the language so fluently, with the permission of your elders, you yourself should take up summer schools and conduct this for the youth and bring back those old games and other things that they had. Maybe the way they used to play was a little bit tough or maybe considered violent in today's world, but you can always change the rules a little bit and soften it up, but bring back those things that your people were good at, so that people have a taste of that culture, especially because you're an oral culture. It's extremely important that it is spoken, continuously spoken by people, otherwise experience of over 20 millennia will be simply lost. So, I'm really, really proud that a 15-year-old boy like you is speaking your language so fluently, and I'm extremely proud that you asked this question also to me, and my best wishes and blessings are with you. You are most welcome to come and spend some time here. We can teach you some yoga and some simple practices that you can take and share it with your friends and family, especially people of your age group. So we are with you in this endeavor. Please see that the culture lives. It's important the culture lives. It should not be preserved, it must live. Living will only happen with continuous evolution of the culture. May this live on, and congratulations and blessings to you.